Now for more is Senator from Kansas, member of the Budget Committee, Roger Marshall. Great to see you this morning, Senator. So, as a member of the Budget Committee, you might be the right person to ask, is this bill fiscally conservative enough?
Well, it's not yet, but this is the way it's supposed to work. I think we should stop and just congratulate President Trump and Speaker Mike Johnson, Chairman Jason Smith over there for getting the ball this far. They need to get this across the finish line. Let's give them a little bit of airspace. Then let's bring it over here and let's see if we can find some more savings for American families to pay for some of President Trump's priorities. You know, he wants no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. This bill will be written to help out those middle-class, hardworking Americans to take a lunch pail to work. So it's our job to improve it, and then we'll send it back there.
Now, your Senate colleague, Ron Johnson, thinks the bill is going to sink like the Titanic once it reaches the Senate. I mean, he's going to join us here in a little bit. I mean, what would you have to say to folks who still think that it just can't pass?
Look, Senator Johnson and I had the same goal, that we want to make America great again. We want to work towards a balanced budget. And he's leading that charge on making sure we get to a balanced budget. This is one bite at the apple. I think there's a great opportunity to make some more savings. You want to call them cuts, you can. But I'm going to say savings for American taxpayers. You know, right now the House probably cut about 1% of the budget. Ron, John, and I'd like to cut 20% of the budget, maybe 30% right now. But that's not feasible. We'll work with President Trump. That's what we do up here. We can't get 100% of what we want. We'll do our best to get 90%. And I'm right there standing beside Senator Johnson on thinking that we're spending too much money. But this is a long haul. We got to deliver for President Trump. Congress needs to do her job as well. The president's done his job. He's made the border safe. He's made our families safer. Now we need to give him this bill that'll be a legacy bill for him and make sure that your taxes come down forever.
And Senator, while you're talking, we are seeing the president arriving in the United Arab Emirates as he continues on his tour. That's what you're seeing there in the lower camera. If you're seeing that as they're awaiting his arrival and all those ceremonies.
Yeah, and Senator, back to the bill. You know, we're hearing so many Democrats talk about that this bill will cut health care, cut Medicaid. But we just heard from Senator Marsha Blackburn, and we've heard from so many. This is not true. Can you elaborate a little more on this?
Yeah, you know, our hope is that we save Medicaid, that we strengthen Medicaid for those who need it the most. Now, if you're an illegal alien in California on Medicaid, the federal government shouldn't pay for that. I think that's just one very simple example. If you're a person that's getting Medicaid from two different states, that's not right either. So there's a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in Medicaid. We've seen Medicaid grow 50% in 5 years. Over 90 million Americans are now on Medicaid, and not Medicare. We're not touching Medicare. We are trying to strengthen Medicaid for those who need it the most. We want to make sure that grandma who's in the nursing home has Medicaid. We want to make sure those people with disabilities have Medicare and Medicaid as well. So we're trying to save Medicaid. We're not trying to cut anybody's benefits. We're just trying to make sure that those people that are on it deserve to be on it. And the rest, and other people, if they're not, we can probably get them on the ACA, on the Obamacare if you wish. We want to help people get a job. If you don't have a job right now, let's help you get one.
Yeah.
You know, earlier you mentioned the border, and I know this week you're reintroducing the Justice for Angel Families Act, which basically looks to expand financial coverage for angel families, the immediate relatives of victims killed by illegal aliens, including drunk driving accidents. I mean, is this a bipartisan move? And tell us a little bit about more what you're thinking on this.
Well, I wish we could find a Democrat that will support it. But I just want to emphasize why this is so important. You know, when anyone dies an unnatural death, it's a tragedy. But when a loved one is murdered, when they're murdered by an illegal alien, when they're killed by a drunken driver, you know, it's a deeper kick in the gut, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And there's funding set up by the federal government to help out the loved ones of that person who was murdered. But if they're an illegal alien that murdered them, they're not eligible for it. So you spelled it out right. These angel families, we just want to help them bury their loved one. If they had health care costs, that we want to help with that a little bit as well. I think it's the least we could do. I mean, when you're a senator, I feel like, you know, I wake up in the morning worried about the safety and security of your family. If an illegal alien has murdered your loved one, then I feel like the United States has let you down, and maybe this is just a small piece that we can help you with.
Absolutely.
Can't even imagine that horror. Kansas Senator Roger Marshall, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.